Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back through the mists, which we were able to traverse somehow, although from all reports it seems no one else is able to make their way into Barovia, or out of Barovia for that matter.
Oops.
But let us get to that a little later. Now, turn myself down a bit because I was rather noisy. Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for jumping in here. Hello, Esmeralda. How's life as a snack?
She was always a snack.
I was waiting for that.
There's different-
I was waiting for that. I was like, come on,
Fanta
Karen,
has
sit
entered
up.
the chat.
There you go.
And hey, Alicia, how you doing?
Hello.
So, let us get going here once more, as I think everything is ready to roll. First, before we start our quick recap and figure out what was going on last week, a quick shout out to the VOD Squad, both here and on Twitch and over on YouTube recently. And a very special mention to the lovely fella in our comments who let me know that I had mistakenly put a Descent into Avernus video in the Curse of Strahd playlist, because for some reason that week we were using the Curse of Strahd overlay on a Descent into Avernus game. I do not know what was happening when I was back being a noob. I was very confused. I'm not sure what was happening there. Anyway, that aside, yes, thank you to everyone who drops by to watch our stories whenever they can, and we're very happy that all of you are able to join us live for a little bit of a gothic horror in the lands of Barovia. Now, setting the scene for that gothic horror, another thank you to Syrinscape for music, sound effects, and general ambiance, which is very much appreciated every time. Give them a check out on your devices if you can, and when you have the chance. They are free and have some nice little bits and bobs for you to try out for free. And then when you find out that, wow, this is fucking amazing, and you want to get it in your games as well, then I recommend becoming a super siren and getting all of the access. And also, as one fades out and another rolls in, music will also be coming to you from Dark Fantasy Studio. And also, over on YouTube, RPG maker Travis Savoy, and also the channel Epic Journey. And the cherry on the top over on Patreon, Will Savino. All the information over in the YouTube information section. So go and have a look and check them out, because they've got lots and lots of very cool stuff. Especially that Travis Savoy guy is making all these great, he's famous for this original Strahd soundtrack that he did. Then he did Frost Maiden as well, and has now started work on the Tomb of Annihilation. So lots of cool jungle Chult-themed tracks coming in the works, I would say. So give them a follow to be updated as soon as they get released.
I'll
Nice.
have you know I've been on a dinosaur kick recently, and that
Yay.
is definitely there.
You should come and play in my home game with my sons, where my 4-year-old is a sentient velociraptor.
I have a lot to say about the progression of the Jurassic Park franchise, and that is adorable. Sentient Velociraptor.
Yeah, he's off playing with his toys, and then when it's time to fight, it's like, Joe, come and bite things. He's like, nah.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's good times, good times. Okay, so last time we were here in Barovia. If I really want to get this gothic horror thing going, I should stop talking about my cute 4-year-old, shouldn't I?
And Velociraptor.
And
Gothic
Velociraptor.
horror and
Very
Wait,
scary and
have
gothic
you
horror.
seen Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom? Because gothic horror and dinosaurs go very well together.
go.
I could talk about this all day. I'm going to stop now, though.
The Gothiraptors?
I was gonna,
What's
is
that?
it not the Jurosiraptor?
Dark Academia dinosaurs.
Okie dokie. Now, last time, having skirted around the edge of town, you found yourselves at the ruined church of Perez, the flooded, swampy remains of a ruined township that was destroyed by Strahd in a fit of anger over something. A non-stop muttering was found to be the old priest, transformed into an undead creature and nailed high on the wall, forever to look down upon the destruction he had wrought. moving on and up to the graveyard's hilltop mausoleum, you found a flock of cadaver sprites scampering and clambering about the place, and also a centaur-looking creature that foresaw your doom with a toss of the bones, and in the process cursed Lady Vanta Backspire.
Oh, yeah.
They also revealed themselves to have once been a powerful fae in Titania's court, where they were the patron to a young wizard turned warlock with a greed for more power. A wizard that turned out to be Xenakis' sister. You have a sister. And now she finds herself apparently trapped up in the mysterious Amber Temple in the mountains to the south. As you retrieved Vanta's relics, for it is here that they had been spirited away by these nasty little cadaver sprites, you also heard that the mists surrounding Barovia are now, apparently, closed to all, even unpassable by the Vistani, who until now were given free rein to come and go as they pleased by the Dark Lord himself. We find ourselves still in front of said mausoleum, and I'm going to bring you on over to said graveyard. Boop.
My immediate thought was, oh shit, we're on the map. I know what that means.
A
Well, I
giant
mean-
undead centaur.
This has happened.
It's what it,
This,
it's
we
what it,
had this.
it's what it could have meant. It's what it could have meant last week, but I think everything went quite cordially.
Mainly because someone else shouted and didn't get Xenakis time to be angry enough.
So yeah, this one, here you are, Steph. Let me show you up close and personal. Hi.
Oh, I definitely
That is
didn't
exactly the
read
same
that
size.
as hair
Never mind.
when it was smaller. I was very I'm like, what is this yam-headed man?
Yeah.
Yam-headed
Let's do it
man.
this way instead. Hello.
Oh, no.
When he's bigger, I can see that he has like ramen noodles attached to him. But
Rah.
no, he's John.
Now he's not undead. He's just barely on the life side of things. Apparently,
Vanta.
just stretched thin, shall we say?
Oh,
Run-
Vanta.
run
Butter
ragged.
spread over too much bread.
Questionable.
He also has 4 kids. Actually,
John,
let me fuss with
you know
Michael's
what-
camera here. Yes, keep talking.
You know what they say about self-inserts? It's a steady slope, and it
I
goes
mean,
down.
in another campaign, we almost poisoned John's child. So
Oh my god.
completely unknown to us.
Almost.
Almost poisoned this child.
I've started work on my Dark Academia dinosaur because I thought that was good. Use my time with. So he's a little velociraptor
Cute.
with a little cravat.
Business.
His name is
Chompy but chomp face.
That's
Whipped
it. The pressure was too much for me. I could feel it.
I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
Tthank you, John. Chompy
Okay.
McChompface of the Chomping Isles.
There we go. Of the East Coast Chompetons.
Yeah, I got there for me.
Mm.
So that's
Yes.
Jim Dark Magic. Inspired. Okay. Oh, I need another rack ink. Oi, Crawford, get your guts together. Okay, there we go. Minimized our bony friend once more. Bone Daddy. Yes, Alicia. Here's Bone Daddy.
Oh! I know what that reference is.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I'm glad I don't.
I'm glad I don't as well.
So,
Um,
yes,
so
Krieg just comes back out of the mausoleum with all these magical items. Moving
Vanta's
house.
got the precious ones.
Of course.
Watching
King.
all of her things, and then just some fun things she took to spite the guy.
Yes, the Bishop and Queen Ravnovia. reunited with King Barov once more.
And
So-
so he said those names aloud, and it was like,
Yes, he did.
yes. I like that. We're definitely like, I can just imagine everyone just looked at Vanta, like just slow turn to look at her. Something to
She's shrug-
share with the group.
News to me. And nothing I care to share either.
Fair. You and he just turned like he's still like seething with anger. Like Xenacus is barely holding it together.
Yeah.
Like none of you guys have ever seen Xenacus this angry before, like ever. Like he's generally jovial, and this is like he's like you can see he's like literally shaking with anger at this guy.
I'm really curious how it has his season changed.
Well, he changed last time, so now he's in
Sure.
summer. So like summer is anger and power and stuff like that. So like that's definitely inflaming the situation.
I love it.
So like his like I get the impression that he's like at one point because as like when he's in werewolf form, you do see like lightning crackle across his eyes when he's like it comes out his claws and stuff and does crackle out his eyes. But this is the first time you just see like a single crackle across his eyes while he's not even in wolf form right now, because he's just like
How anime.
struggling to hold this shit together.
It's nice.
Which is also like he looks like he's about to just stab someone. So just as a warning to everyone.
I'm about to get stabbed. Asara's about to get stabbed to
Yeah,
death.
yeah, she's gonna make a side comment. She's like, ah.
It's enough out of you.
We're done.
Okay, so
But he's like he just turns to the giant skeletal Hectanthus. I think is how you pronounce it.
let me double check for you just to get it right.
Not sure of the pronunciation. I think it's
Hectanthus. That's right,
Yes.
Oh,
Hectanthus.
Ublug.
Yes, he turns to Hectanthus, who is not a zombie. He's just almost dead,
Mhm.
and he's just gonna like, why would she even come to someone as weak as you?
I was not as weak as this back in fair Titania's court. This is the work of the dark powers, tearing me away from my warlock to keep her for themselves.
So, I always thought it was warlocks draw power from their patrons, but it seems you're not that good, so you have to draw your power from them.
Sudden drop in the music, sudden drop in the music.
He's pissed off.
That's it. Well then. Sorry about that.
That's right. Also, John, I messaged you.
Oh, thank you. I shall check it out. So, carry on. Xenacus.
How did you react to that much?
Let's go over here.
Vanta definitely had a reaction because she is just lapping up any shade thrown this guy's way. You just see her stand a little taller, just like, yes. Also, she was kind of hoping that Xenacus would also kind of like say something, because she was kind of directing some of that energy there. So she looks kind of like, yes, Xenacus. Like, not smug is not the right word, but just like close to it.
Adjacently smug.
Smug adjacent.
There you go.
Tonali not mug.
There we go. Thank you, John. Oh, this is good. Bye.
Okay. So,
So, did he say anything like that? About him having to draw his power away from her instead of the other way around?
he looks at you, he's like, do you have any concept of where We are.
Yeah, this is Barovia. This is the kingdom of Strahd. Yes.
But in the grander scheme of things,
As far as everyone else here keeps saying, there's nothing beyond the mists. So, what does it matter? Even you said you cannot go beyond.
not because there is nothing to go to, because she has made them impossible.
Like looks at Vanta. It gives like a nod as if to go like, I hope you did that on purpose. Like not realizing.
I look back and the nod conveys someone did. Probably my Raven Queen.
Everyone, this is the point where you make the "we're not trapped in here with him, he's trapped in here with us" joke.
Frigg, like, his both arms full of
magic items
from this mausoleum, and he's kind of like waddling out of the mausoleum, and hearing what he just said, like about like the female pronoun, he's gonna think for a second on it and be like, well, we're talking about Strahd still? I didn't realize Barovia was so inclusive.
Oh my god.
I mean, you've seen them, right?
I just kind of like motion to myself.
Ah. Oh.
But not me. I am just a conduit.
Craig is gonna like waddle over to, just like crab walk over to Asara and be like, what's that?
It's it's when you're possessed. And then Vance looks fondly in the distance. How appropriate. Here, I'll show you. And I reach out to Krieg as if I'm going to possess him.
Whoa, hold on.
Oh no?
No. I may not be the smartest bird in the nest, but I ain't an idiot.
And then I'm gonna turn to Xenakis to be like, lol, but I got him. And then realize
Like-
that he's not anywhere in that
He's just
lane of
staring
existence.
daggers at this guy right now, and like, see, like it kind of turns to that, and you can definitely see there's a hint of like an eye. There's like almost a twitch that could have been an eye roll.
Avanta's gonna put her hand just very, very tentatively on Xenakis's back and just
Definitely
say,
tense for a second.
and she just says, there's a certain catharsis that comes with speaking your mind freely. Hold nothing back, Xenakis. This
Peak
could be
Vance.
your only chance.
Peak Vanta music.
I don't know if it's, you know what, I think this is more of a sort of just a symbolic thing to help bolster him, but she will cast guidance.
Oh, cool.
In hopes
think-
that this just...
I think even if you don't use it, it feels pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. I feel guided.
You feel guided. Perhaps the rustling of raven feathers in your ears.
I just
Let
pointing.
Vanta
over
be
there.
the Sherpa of your soul.
He does that
Oh.
doggy thing we tries to scratch his ear.
Oh, I like that.
Like somebody's trying, like, putting a feather duster and just like turning it around in your ear.
But like
The
at that,
little
like
shepherd in your soul.
he's just gonna like he's gonna take like that actually like that. Do you have saying that as much as you said like take his mind like he does? You just see like from the back, you see that he clearly just took a deep breath.
She moves her hand.
We're done here. This pathetic creature is not worth our time anymore. He hides. He's scared. He thought himself some great power, but it's nothing here. We have the champion of the Thanes with us. It kind of looks at Krieg.
Arms still full of stuff.
At that point,
And he looks
Hectanthus-
absolutely like elated at the assertion that he is like he has some like significance to have like a title.
Hectanthus looks at that and he's like, "Yes. You showed me your amulet. What is your connection to the ladies? It is them that brought me here with this one's sister."
Growls.
Yes.
I don't know that I have a connection with them directly at this point, but there's a gentleman, Kavarn. He speaks to me. He showed me their stories. They're horrible stories of the lands being stolen from them, desecrated, their priestesses tortured and converted and mutilated.
It is as I feared. Strahd desecrated their holy sites. If only I could have access to all three of them. If you find the third of those, and he points at the beads on your necklace, two of which you have, one for the forest thane and one for the swamp thane here. If you find the site of holiness for the mountain thane, and that is complete, bring it to me. I will be able to connect with them, and in doing so, find out how we might re-consecrate their circles.
He did tell me that the knowledge was in the Amber, behind the Amber Gates, in the Amber Temple, to the south, but...
Fine, go there, see how that works out.
Well, after what you've told us, I'm a little more apprehensive.
Oh, I wouldn't go by my example. I am nothing but a weak shadow of what I once was, apparently.
Indeed.
What is it? 2 stomps for no? Dunk, dunk with his hooves.
Well, I mean, even shadows tell a story. Like, you were here.
Fanta writes that down.
Any
So-
information is helpful. I don't intend to let...
Then you should look for another. One similar to myself in many ways, and yet quite different.
Would you care to be a tad bit more specific, or...
He's saying this other person has a face.
No. This other person is a quadruped much like myself. But from the sounds of them, have spent quite some time in the Underdark.
Maxine?
Ah, you are indeed one connected with those you need to know.
Maxine again.
I don't imagine that would be too hard.
Hmm.
Good to know. As much history as it sounds like you have with these two, Craig like kind of gestures with a wing. Whether negative or positive, I appreciate the information.
Now. Leave me be. I'm more accustomed to the chittering of these little things. And that murmuring fool. And he gestures down to the church.
Yes.
That guy seemed a little bit odd. Yeah, I think we'll see our way out.
Yes,
Craig,
let's leave the coward.
Craig, like, just carrying all this stuff is gonna like spread out his wings and like kind of scoop Vanta and Xenakis and like start pushing towards like down.
Like Zedekis just kind of push, like kind of leads you to kind of start going, and he just turns back to him like one last time, and he's like, "You may have lost hope in this land, but as I said, we have the champion of the Thanes, we have Strahd's weakness, and we have me. And as this land," and he points to the church nearby, "promises, the dawn will come," and he just like and teleports away.
Okay. Look for him. We all start just trudging through the
He's
mud.
just a little bit. He's just a little bit down the path, but it's
It
just
was
like
the
he just wanted that dramatic effect.
Out of sight, but he's like, guys,
Yeah.
I'm over here.
Yeah, like as soon as like you guys get down, he's like, guys.
You must have
It's
learned
like-
that from Rictavio.
Ta-dum.
I mean, Rick Tavio was his master, so.
Mm,
Indeed.
true.
I am ours.
Fanta walks very close to Asara. And she's still cursed, right?
We don't. None of us know yet.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, cool. So she's kind of gonna reach out this kind of like twitching, like almost quivering, like shaking hand, and she just clutches your sleeve. And she like looks you dead in the eye and she just says, "Remember, if I die, this doesn't die with me. You keep going, yes?
Yes.
Yes."
I'm looking around for like the danger that she saw that I didn't see, and I'm like, yes. Like I'm like, is this a secret signal? A secret, very dramatic signal? What's going on? Looking around.
She just
Yes, is it-
keeps holding on to you.
Okay. And I reach. I picture her like holding like right here. Like
Yes!
And I
Yes!
I reach back and I'm just like, okay. And I grab her hand and I'm like, all right, boys, wait up. And like walk with her,
Zedekis
like
down the
holding
tree a
her
little
arm,
bit.
like holding her death grip in my hand, so that way she's not. I'm like, all right, let's.
Your bones click. She's just like,
That's right. You're very strong and I am very weak. So I'm just like, yeah. Answer. Listen, I'm not a scribe, but I do shoot bows. Here, you know what? Just take my shirt, and I'm gonna put her back.
she latches, just like,
And I'm looking like, what the fuck did she see?
she just is quiet.
Zedekis waiting like down the hill, just like out of line of sight of the Hecanthia, and just like waiting for the guys to come before he comes out from his little hidey spot.
We intersect, like,
It just comes out
Hey,
from behind
like-
a tree.
Yeah,
Ah!
no, just like as you guys walk past, he just kind of joins, like to make it look super dramatic, like he'd become invisible, but instead he just like stepped out from behind a gravestone or something.
As you step behind us, I'm definitely like.
Oh, you
Seneca.
definitely notice.
Yeah.
If anyone, you definitely notice because he's not that stealthy.
I look at you and I raise my eyebrows like, ooh, cool trick.
It was,
I
wasn't
say
it?
with my eyes.
And, like he just kind of nods. It's like it was, wasn't it?
Ah,
So you make your way back down the slope.
Oh god,
As
crazy man again.
as you do, you find yourself walking past a statue. A statue that you saw from the base of the hill, but had breezed past once you saw the cadaver sprites and the mausoleum up the top. And coming back down, and passing it once more, and taking a proper look at it, one thing strikes you.
Ouch.
who did that?
And that is the striking resemblance to Irina. Irina Kolyanovich.
Yeah.
This girl depicted in this statue on this grave is the spitting image.
He kind of looks at Vanta. Zeneca looks at Vanta and goes, "Is reincarnation a thing here?"
She kind of just like shivers at the thought of it. I'm not sure.
We've seen-
Releases Zara. Push over and just kind of like try and investigate the grave a bit. But if Sarah has something to say to her, she'll listen.
I was just gonna say we've seen more effigies of this woman.
Does she look younger or older?
About the same.
My
But the
investigation.
grave is very old.
Yeah. Investigation is 16 plus 2, 18.
He certainly has a type.
That's
You-
just kind of like, ugh.
You see, you look at, and you see the gravestone. Like I said, it's cracked and covered in moss, and it's been here a long time, clearly. And you see the name almost worn away, but still readable. The name on the stone is written Marina.
I don't like it. Of course I don't. It doesn't.
But
It just
you
goes
have,
against
like,
everything.
Like this place is just everything that you don't like. Not that that's a problem. Just saying.
I would be more worried about the other way. It was just, I love this place.
I
Yeah.
love this place. Oh my gosh, I want to stay here. That's why I closed the mists.
Just keep everyone in.
Stay with me forever in the mists. I
For-
twitch.
For
Come-
eternity.
Come play
It
with
was
the
me!
Senecas.
All along,
Forever
rips off my mask. I'm
and ever.
Strahd. And
I just-
ever and ever.
I just had an image of Krieg on a big wheel going through the hotel corridors, and there's just two Vantas standing there in the corridor.
Oh my god.
And instead of like the rush of what, it's just ravens, a wave of ravens.
up the elevator.
Did Vanta say the name aloud?
She would have done, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Also,
gonna
a
be like-
murder of ravens. Hell yeah. Krieg is eaten.
God.
I'm sorry.
Um.
I take it back.
Instant remorse.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be like Irina.
I think there might be a link.
What if this is a long ploy? What if this is a long con?
I mean, it's not a very good one. He owns this land,
Yeah.
and he still can't get this girl. Like, he's tried how many lifetimes? He needs to just accept it's not happening.
That would be like me trying to trick someone in another town without changing my appearance at all and just changing my name to Brig.
I mean, that's worth a try.
I could see him doing that though.
That
I
is
turned
worth
that-
a
I
try.
turn to Vanta and say that. I could see him doing that.
Craig,
Yes.
you're like,
Seneca's definitely gives him that look of, I mean, it's worth trying.
Vanta has a look of like, does the Raven Queen really think this guy is that intelligent that we need him for eternity? she does she doesn't question it. Emma does.
Thank you for the follow.
Wonder how many others there have been.
Can I look at like neighboring stones, or I just feel like there must be more to glean here. Do it. I'm gonna
Oh,
Is
damn.
there-
do a
like-
secondary.
Gonna say,
Corbin
is there,
has
like-
the ring of X-ray vision, not
Oh.
Craig.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a
It's-
good idea. But
Say that again, sorry.
I was thinking about what I have, and Corbin has a ring of X-ray vision. Craig does not.
We could also exhume the grave.
Now, Vanta, I don't know.
shut up. Can you do it quickly?
I'm the strongest person here. I think I could certainly try.
I'm the strongest woman alive.
I'm gonna be the very best. Like that's digging up a grave.
Just punches the
Montage.
stone open.
Everyone notices Craig's arms are kind of starting to like wobble a little bit.
Use your
Hey.
wings to hold them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Could this be the very first graveyard montage?
Okay, graveyard montage. We start digging up the grave. Let's go.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
Yes.
You
That's
take
a-
selfies in front of the grave, like Marina. Who even are you?
Like,
Zeneca starts with his hands and then realizes it's shovels.
Oh,
like a dog.
Yeah. And then realizes the shovels and slowly switches.
But I just love the concept of an actual magical item that could help us do this. Digging up a grave. It's like it.
well, Craig doesn't have it, so
No.
No,
Craig doesn't have it. Okay.
Craig did, however, get a +1 sickle, which he will use to start like cleaning the statue of Marina out of.
Our sickle.
Oh,
Well-
a sickle now.
Yeah, it is. It's the people's sickle. That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's our sickle.
Peepsicle.
Our sickle. Craig, in a way, in an effort to balance, like karmically balance this horrific act, is going to start using it to like, cut vines off of the and like algae off of the statue.
Mm-hmm.
As you start doing this,
Oh.
there is a
Mistake.
clatter. A
We
clatter.
probably should have anticipated this.
Yes, you really should have.
There is a clatter of hooves
Shit, he's coming.
as Hectanthus comes charging down, and he's like, "What? What are you doing? Leave that be."
We know this girl.
Hack. Hack.
Like, nope. Still gonna dig it up.
What are you doing? You call him here. He will destroy you. Do not touch that.
Who? What?
Strahd!
Touch what? She's touching the statue.
All him here.
What?
Zeneca's
Don't
called for a
ask him
halt.
to do that.
No, like I'm asking, like,
Oh,
what
right.
to clarify.
Do not desecrate this. Look what he was willing to do for her. He just gestures across the village, the whole destroyed village.
It's already. He can't destroy it twice.
But he can destroy you,
Well, yes,
you
thank you.
cocky
Hector.
fool!
Now,
If I die, I'm going to the Raven. But the quest.
But
Oh,
you do have
my
a quest
goodness.
first.
Vanta,
Quest.
we're not going to let that happen yet.
No, get away from the grave.
Have
She
you not
starts like
been
pulling you
listening?
away.
Have you not
She's
been
cursed.
listening? If you die here, you're not going anywhere near your queen.
Vanta turns to him. I already said I will eventually get there. It doesn't matter how long I wait. But that's actually not the point of contingency at the moment. Turns back to
yes.
the group. Get away!
How
Get
many,
away from the grave!
how
Did
many
I-
shells will you be dragged through before you get there?
Shut up! Shut up, Hexanthius! Fucking whatever your name is. Get away from the grave!
He's not coming. It's only you were near the grave.
No, we gotta get away from the grave.
You stopped. We're fine.
Oh no, I was digging too, but I stopped. I'm very confused because I definitely missed whatever set Vanta off in real life and as Sarah.
Get off the grave. She starts going crazy. That's basically what's happening. Because she's cursed, you
But
see.
we don't know.
Oh, right, right.
Sad. Get away from the grave!
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just leave. And he kind of gives us a nod of like, let's just take her away from here.
I'm
Okay.
I'm fine.
good.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm gonna get close. I'm gonna get close to Vanta, like as she's like, get away from the grave. And I'm gonna be like, Vanta,
Yes.
what? Is this the actual pose?
Yes!
Good. I'm gonna take both her hands as she's like, I'm gonna take both her hands and be like, okay. You don't do this. You're not an outburst kind of gal. What's going on?
He did something to... She pointed to something.
What'd you do?
Merely foresaw what is inevitable.
Oh, good. Okay. I love the cryptic. It's the theme. And then I'm gonna do insight to see what he did to her or something. I want to see what he did to her, or try and see if I can see what he did to her.
That there wouldn't be anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I've got nothing.
All right. Well, so before we leave, I feel like explanation is owed here. This statue looks a hell of a lot like another female acquaintance of ours that we left behind in Vallaki. Her name is Irina.
Go.
This person is Marina.
Go away.
What is the connection here?
Krieg, the birds.
I
What
hear
is
them.
it? What is it that's special about this Irina?
He wants her.
Yeah.
Then she and Marina are the same.
Yes, we kind of figured that out, but now we need to go.
I'm holding Vanta's hand very firmly so she doesn't run off without us. I'm like looking over my shoulder, but holding Vanta's two weird flat hands in front of me.
Hectanthus is fairly focused on you, Krieg, as the one that's actually asking questions, not just shouting at him.
Okay.
I have gleaned certain bits of information from that thing.
Gestures to the priest on the walls.
He messed with Marina. It is he who put her in the ground. And for that, he is up there forever.
Just for burying her? Did he kill her?
He killed her. Along with her father.
She's uncalled for.
Who was her father?
The burgomaster.
Of?
Perez, here. When they discovered Strahd was interested in Marina, they decided she would be better off dead than in his clutches. And for their decision, this entire place was taken from them and drowned by the Dark Lord.
I get it. I miss it.
There was a girl,
I'm familiar with the name.
She was the first. Before this place was sealed off. Before Strahd became what he is now.
Right.
How many have there been?
I do not know. But souls here are trapped. They cannot leave this place. And when a newborn comes into the valley, the soul is taken and used, as no new souls may enter here either.
Oh.
So it is that on occasion, Tatiana returns to this vale. And then it is that Strahd's attentions focus on this girl.
And the hunt begins.
Look to your friend. She is in grave. He glances at Marina's grave. Peril. Sorry.
And Vanta, after that, will turn and just say, and if we are killed here, desecrating this grave by Strahd, the quest is done for, it's over forever, and I'll never, ever, the queen shall
it's
hate
fine.
me.
It's fine.
I'm gonna turn to her and be like,
He said we're coming back. It's fine. We'll have a second chance.
God,
Like, knowing how much that's going to horrify Kavanta.
we have to leave.
I think that would be best.
Xanthius, I'd be a little remiss if we left without my at least asking. Is there any way that, like, what can we do to avoid this fate that you have foreseen for our friend Vanta?
Escape this place. Do what is clearly lying before you. Do you not realize what you are? There is a word.
Arakakra?
Haha.
All of you.
Oh,
Adventurers.
There is a
"We're birds
word,
too, Craig."
a title, bestowed
Awesome.
upon certain lights in the darkness.
Lanterns?
You are fated ones. And whether you like it or not, that fate lies ahead of you. To be vanquished or vanquished by. So,
well,
hop to it. No time
Yeah,
like
I
the
can't-
present.
can't say that that was exactly the answer I was hoping for, but I can't say I didn't expect it. So,
I'm already leading Vanta away by her hands and being like, "We were looking for children taken by werewolves," and just like muttering to myself,
let's
like,
go. Let's
"Now
go.
we're chosen."
Let's hoof it. Just heads off.
Speak of unfortunate verbs, I was referring to our Minotaur barbarian friend at lunchtime today as he was herding the NPCs.
Oh.
Ah,
Just it's the verb that popped into my head. I was like, oh, sorry. So, you make your way back down, kind of sighing
Vanta-
and... Yes, please.
Vanta visibly comes when they get away from the danger zone. Which is the exact area around that grave.
Krieg puts on a pair of aviators.
Hey, he flies.
No, that's a goose, not an Arakocra.
ah,
I do want to see Krieg with that haircut, though. Now.
Is that a Top Gun reference?
Yes.
I have a cousin who's a goose.
Yes.
Actually.
The only film franchise that they could remake almost exactly the same as the original because the lead actor looks exactly the fucking same.
Immortality.
He's a ghost. For sure.
Okay.
He's joined the Queen Elizabeth in immortality.
Yes.
Those two in Keanu Reeves.
So, you make your way back down towards the church and the ghast pinned to the side, ranting and raving to himself.
I think Vanta definitely is returning to herself a bit now.
You kind of grit your jaws and resign yourselves to having to wade back into the water as you come down off this hill.
So I think I've asked this question before, and I just want to double check. Does it feel like there is a sun behind the cloud/mist, or is it just like in other words, how do you tell roughly what time it is?
Yeah,
It's
the
forever moon.
sky is controlled. Yeah, it's made to be overcast so that Strahd and the vampire spawn are okay.
But
As he
yeah, so
controls it, yeah, as
you
he
can
is the
roughly-
land and the sky apparently.
So you can roughly tell like what time it is by the sun in the sky, kind of thing.
I mean, you can tell when it's getting dark when evening starts. You can't tell where the sun is in the sky.
Okay, sorry, that was what
Yeah.
the question was.
Yeah, it's either night, dawn, daylight, dusk, or night again.
Cool.
But
he's
there
gonna-
is a sun in the sky.
Must be something illuminates the clouds from beyond.
So he's gonna look up and then realize that he can't tell the time from this, and just turns around and goes, "Time for dinner."
Yes.
Might as well.
Suppose.
Got a friend to see. Hopefully she's fit for dinner.
Dang.
Right.
The question is, which course is she?
No.
But in-
Which course are we? Is more the question. But we need to speak to Amaris. He needs to know.
And you're going to wade back around the way you came?
Stealthily.
Avoiding
Yeah,
it.
stealthily.
Keeping an eye out for creepy crawlies under the water this time.
Indeed. And what of Jenny Greenteeth's sister?
Oh hell.
Do we have to? I wrote down. Hang on. Let me check
Yeah.
my notes.
Just
Do
throwing
we
it
have
out
to?
there.
It's more. Do we have to
Right.
now? We
Let's
have to
see.
come back here at
That-
one point anyway.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
question.
the real question, because we have to come back here anyway to reconsecrate the place.
Jenny said she'd been trying to save her for decades, if not centuries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we
Well,
can come
we
back.
don't
She's
have time then.
She's
We've got a few
probably
days.
fine. She can suffer a little longer.
We're just taking time to address the situation and see how we feel about it. So
What's the point in freeing her if her soul won't be free when she dies?
exactly.
Noted.
Vanta doesn't say this. Emma does. Therefore.
Okay. So, can I have a group stealth check with disadvantage, please?
Right, yes, let's use one of the funky dice, which are the ones that I got from Amazon.
Sounds
At a
good.
17.
Just
5
17.
both times, so
Fine.
12.
15 and a 26.
12. I have a
Okay.
plus 7 to stealth.
wow.
Alright,
Yeah, I know.
15.
So I got an 11.
17.
Thank you.
Doesn't feel high.
It's 14 on average.
There you
Not bad. So yeah, you start to make your way back through the ruined cottages and the broken down walls of the outskirts of Beres. A slight splash here and there, but nothing too worrying. There's one of them. Now, are you heading back the way you came? Are you heading back towards Esmeralda's wagon?
You're heading back towards the wagon.
I would say yes.
Hopefully it's not exploded.
You haven't
Oh,
heard
God.
it. From all reports, you would have heard it. Especially use it. That's I think. So yes, as you wade back through, the trees start crowding in once more, and you end up back in that deep section. You start moving much more cautiously. And one thing you definitely notice as you're making your way back through this area that you've traversed before, you see these guardian scarecrows dotted around the place as you'd seen before, but they are not in the same places you saw them on the way in. And every now and then one of them will loom up out of the mist.
This is very creepy past our review.
Does Vanta reactionary punch one?
No.
Oh, just check.
Ha, I see you.
Sarah, throw a dagger.
Nope. I jumped back.
Creek, loose an arrow.
Not on this day.
I scratched my chin.
I punch the ground in frustration.
You you have to go through a meter or so of water.
She can. She's really strong, John. She can do that.
Yeah,
Splash.
the water just like goes.
I'm not gonna stop.
Superhero landing style.
Yeah. The water splashes on a scarecrow. It turns to you.
Oh my God.
Water.
Affront. A personal affront.
No.
Oh god, no. The ground is a mimic. The worst idea ever.
That would be horrible. John would do it.
Michael,
Alicia.
don't talk out loud anymore.
He is
Alicia?
the land. Don't say that.
Alicia, what I'll say, and I'm not going to say it's necessarily a Thursday evening, but stay tuned to the channel.
Oh, that's a horrible thing. Don't do that. Don't do that.
How could you, John?
Don't do that.
Oh, my dissolved PC just sent a message to the old group. Oh.
Oh well.
Like
They can't talk in the game anymore, so I guess I
everyone,
gotta
if
do
you
it somehow.
if you get the chance, check out the VOD of our Out of the Abyss session from earlier today, or yesterday if you're in North America, as there was a rather dramatic thinning of the numbers.
Yoink.
Yikes.
It was a scene. It was definitely a scene, especially if two of them didn't know it was going to happen.
Oh boy.
Yes, unfortunately, we lost a player. But
Get a bit
it
trigger
was-
happy these days. I'm a bit scared.
That was brought upon. That was I was asked to do that. That was a necessary evil.
So
Cries and
was this a pistol situation?
Yes, indeed.
I see.
And equally heroic. Another self-sacrifice to
So what you're
save
saying is-
their friends.
If you want to lose your character, just leave the game so that they leave heroically.
Hey, Sunblighter.
Hello.
And I just say it was great. Sunblighter joined us in Rime of the Frost Maiden as they were approaching Sunblight Fortress.
Nice.
And that's
Great
the name in the module.
Great
That's
time.
right.
I love that. I love that.
Okay, so you wade, getting an occasional as one of these scarecrows kind of looms out of the mist, but not because they're moving, because you're moving towards them, and you wade through that chest deep section again, being very wary and making sure where all of your friends are, knowing that these beasts, these swamp naga that you came across before, seem to have powers of illusion. But
Has it-
yes,
I was gonna say, has it roughly hit lunchtime yet?
hard to say.
Could it be more second breakfast or 11th?
It's more of a, do I have to roll anything yet?
I see. Yes, I will ask you. That would be a good identifier.
Oh,
And
it's
you-
5 o'clock.
It's 5
You're
o'clock.
relieved when you start to rise up out of the deeper waters, back down to your waists, down to your knees, and as it gets down to your ankles, you see a Vistani barrel-top wagon standing at the edge of the road, just where it disappears into the water.
Rictavio doesn't know.
What I said, we need to go back and tell him.
We.
I'll do it.
Makes sense to be you.
He just like puts a hand on the caravan, which has no horse, if I remember correctly.
That's
Yeah.
right. Do you
I was-
remember the key
yep.
word?
Yep.
Oh.
like
No, I mean, yep, as in, yeah, that's the next question.
Ah, I see.
Yep.
Good.
You can enjoy.
And Marin, don't say in chat. Don't let him off the hook.
Yeah.
no.
Sneak it to us.
As you'll start looking around this wagon, it's like, how did Esmeralda conjure those magic horses?
Is not in my notes. Shit.
Krieg, maybe it was written down somewhere inside. Do you go inside?
Oh, for sure.
From
Wait.
underneath.
Yeah, I know how to get inside. Yeah.
I have here are my notes on Esmeralda. Esmeralda is hunting Strahd. Yikes! Huzzah. Hot and cold. Werewolf attack.
As Vanta
With
says,
an exclamation
yikes.
mark.
Nothing happens.
It's Janda Sunstar.
Oh yeah.
Is Vanta gay for Esmeralda or Sarah? Those are my notes.
Choices.
And then I drew Mothman.
Frigg scrambles under the caravan to get inside
Mhm.
and starts searching around.
Okay. You stop for a moment, looking around at all of Esmeralda's things, and remembering the sight of her being carried away by Strahd himself towards Castle Ravenloft.
I look under the wing mirror, see if there's the code's written there.
There is no wing mirror.
Look under the shade. Is it written on the reins anywhere?
That would be the worst secret word.
It's just that people think it's a brand name, reins. It's not.
Can I roll an investigation check?
Absolutely.
Oh no, intelligence check,
To see if
rather,
you
to see if
remember.
I can remember.
Good idea.
Go for it.
May I? I wonder if I'm the right one to do this. How intelligent am I?
Did really nobody write it down?
Oh,
Not that.
17!
We
No,
didn't
the-
expect to
the-
lose her. We didn't think we'd need to remember it.
Yeah, she.
These are the kind of notes that I take, okay?
They're beautiful.
Like,
I've got a lot of notes about her, but I didn't write down the specific words used to conjure a horse.
I see.
17. Also, did I show you this little Xenicus and Vanta? Look how cute.
No, that is awesome.
Aww.
Got some leaves.
Please send us that. That's great.
Yes. 17 on my intelligence.
Okay. Just all post-its, yeah. With red strings, let's put them together. It's like the Parts and Rec
Yeah.
guy.
For sure.
Oh god.
I'm more trying. Yeah, I'm trying.
That was inside the tower.
I'm
That was
intelligent. Intelligent. trying to remember.
Mhm.
Do you remember the password? That's it.
Oh, this member of our team.
You don't want that password.
The password for Esmeralda's
Vanta.
caravan. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah,
Ah.
you remember. In a
I thought that was purposeful.
stab of
Say,
nostalgia and memory
Ah.
for a funkier
I
time.
do remember.
Earth, elemental, wind, and fire.
Yes. All the inner planes. All the inner planes are just discos.
Best realm.
Just
Great
great.
realm.
Utopia, man.
There's a nexus point where the realms of the elemental planes of earth, wind, and fire meet. It's just this massive party.
Constant concert.
It's shaped. It's all on the interior of a massive mirror ball.
Hell yeah. Right.
Anyhow.
Password. Do I remember
Passwords.
it?
I will give them to you for that roll. That was a fairly decent roll. And you were
Yeah.
hanging
them
on
down,
Esmeralda's
write them
every word.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You remember that. Oh, that echoes in the Emma. Sorry. Don't leave us.
Don't go away forever.
Pre-stream joke is confusing. Okay. I'll tell the others then.
I'm writing
Yes.
it down.
Oh, some players expressly told you for no one to write it down. See if you can remember next time as well.
Okay, is this better?
Yep. Hopefully. I think so.
Is this better? Okay. I turned up my mic sensitivity, so
It's
I might
that-
cut out.
It's there a little.
It
Oh, oh.
doesn't change.
Okay. I think
No
we're cool.
matter
So,
what you do. Okay, cool.
actually, you know what? I think. Yeah, it's there. Echo. We don't need two of me. Come on.
Oh God.
That means when he gives us magic items, we get 2 of them.
No.
We all have 6 D&D sessions a week. 2 insatiable Johns.
Welcome to my world. There's only 5 of them. There's not 6. What are you talking about?
Hello.
So far.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Can you hear? Can I hear me? Is the question.
No, I can't
No.
hear.
Okay, we're good.
Can you hear me?
So-
for this?
You rack your brains, remembering Esmeralda's dulcet tones. And you distinctly remember saying, as you left the tower, Drovash.
Jovash.
Drovash. And
Drovash.
you remember, as you arrived here, she said, Arvash. To, excuse me, sorry, Arvesh. To dispel them.
Arvesh. I say to the caravan, Drovash.
And as you do, there is a swirling
Right.
in the mists, and appearing between the front beams of the wagon are 2 ethereal horses.
Vanta! And I'm holding her hand still because I'm so afraid of her just running up. And I'm like, oh, Vanta! Mwah! Let's go.
Oh, and we lose one. Okay, there we go. Rip. F's in chat.
Time to
On your hand, on your hand.
F's in chat.
Time to
F's in chat for
funeral
Vanta's
hand.
hand and Vanta's heart.
Okay. Very good. So I'm very glad that we got this thing potentially rolling. Craig scrambles up from under the caravan and pushes his way onto the driver's seat, grabs the reins, and starts to expertly maneuver this caravan. Because as it turns out, Craig actually has a proficiency for land vehicles.
Hey!
We all
Like,
chase
like-
after you because we're not on it yet.
Yeah.
Wait.
I learned to do land vehicles just so I could spite the people who can't fly.
Yeah, rude.
It actually comes from his training,
Yeah.
his soldier training, and if you're
mean,
ever injured and you have to travel on the ground, you
Mhm.
need to be able to manage horses and vehicles and stuff.
There you go.
So
This is some straight up someone speaks abyssal stuff. The Aarakocra who can't stand to be on the ground.
I do not think that those are comparable. Uh,
So, you
Priming skill.
all clamber onto the wagon, and Krieg, you get those horses rolling, rawhide, and get those doggies rolling. Sorry, and you make your way towards the north. So let's bring you back to the map of this fair realm.
Is this short rest worthy?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, on the way back. Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, thank
Craig,
you.
Craig is looking just fine, so he's just gonna keep rolling with the caravan driving.
I'll take 1 hit dice.
I'm going to
In fact, that's all the HP. Oh, it was D8.
It's 10. Nice.
Stuff. And
My roll 20 come to terms with having something there. Now, Crick, driving, and those of you resting on top as you slowly winding your way back towards the crossroads that leads off to Valaki, off to this mystical land of Krisk that you've never been to. You do notice something. Up on a hill, as you're starting back towards the Svalich woods, before the forest closes in proper, far up on a hillside, to your left, so to the west, you see. Let me give you the official description of this place. If I can remember where it was. Perez.
We're going through Esmeralda's staff.
No, that's not it. No.
Never know, Alyssa.
No, this is all the scary stuff you missed. You missed that bit too.
good. Glad we
It just
Did
means that he's going to use it on us next time we come back here.
Okay. Yeah. So you, as you're traveling north again, you do see this huge, decrepit-looking building up on the hilltop to the west, which is now coming to view on the map. Can you see it on the map there? There. If I can do a ping on the player
do
version.
these horses have.
Like I said,
If
I've
I
seen
can.
the pings yet.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see it myself. I think I have to be on my version. Hang on. Doop-a-doo. Luna River. Yeah.
Yeah, see that.
Ding. There it is.
Fun.
Okay, so you see this huge mansion-esque kind of huge style building up on the top of that hill, looking down over this river valley. But there's no way up to it from this road. It's clearly approached from a different direction. And everyone, if you get the chance, do head on over to Patreon and have a look at James's RPG art for some rather spectacular animated GIFs of all of the locations in Barovia and various other things that he's working on constantly. If I can find it. Doop-a-doo. There we go. You see, and again, sorry, bear with my slow computer, everyone, as it's trying to run everything all at once. You see a white box.
I see it. This is very.
Yeah, your computer isn't dealing with less. There we go.
A white.
So when I click on it, it only shows me like to make it bigger. It only shows me the bottom half of the image for some reason.
There you go. There you get the full glory, dear viewers. You see this beautiful looking old mansion with statuary in the grounds, but difficult to make out from this distance. Broken down. You can see the right side of it there is completely destroyed. And as you lay eyes on this, sorry, I was not fully prepared for this. I do not have a Syrinscape for this. Excuse me. But as you lay eyes on this, the mists kind of roll in even thicker than they are usually, and especially coming up off the river, and the road ahead of you kind of gets obscured. And as you're just kind of creaking along, traveling in the wagon, just sticking to the road as best as you can see it, the horses are kind of instinctively following that direction anyway. You see the mists rolling around you, obscuring things, but they do not obscure sounds. And Xenicus, you particularly can hear this. Just before everyone else catches it as well. Coming out of the mist, you hear... And you hear the sounds, unmistakable sounds of battle. But the fog has grown so thick that you can barely see more than, 10, 15 feet in any direction. As you're slowly rolling through this thick fog bank, these sounds of battle echoing around you. Okay. See if I can augment this a little. The music just went very nice all of a sudden. Everything's fine, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're good.
Okay,
We
here we
got,
go.
we got to the, horse people part of...
Damn. Okay, so it's a big boy fight.
No, sorry about that. It was noisy.
Not quite a skirmish.
Yeah, let's do that the other way around. Let's turn it down before I turn it on. There we go.
We had just gone to the centaur part of Fantasia, and now everyone's fighting. That music was very that.
Yep, there we go. That'll do it. Okay, so you just hear this, this clashing of swords, the whinnying of horses, and all of the these sounds of battle just off in the fog around you. And as you're making your way through this, like looking around, like trying to fight, it sounds like this battle is like right on you. It sounds like it should be raging all around you, but you can't see anything. And you just continue to plod onwards. There's nothing else to be done, really. And just hope that,
They're ready.
nothing happens. Yeah, you're all ready for anything, exactly. And as you make your way cautiously forward, suddenly the fog moves and shifts and swirls and takes on the forms of soldiers on horseback, and they're charging across the road in front of you from right to left, charging up towards that hillside. And you see pike bearers coming running down the hill, charging this horse line, and they're all wearing these devil-horned helmets. And as the horses crash into these pike bearers, the battle just rages on, and you see as each soldier falls in the battle, it turns back into this fading mist and dissipates. And you see all around you hundreds more soldiers colliding in a storm of screams and clashing metal over and over again. But you're just passing through it, unscathed, untouched, as this is just going on around you. And then... I'm sorry, this deserves to be done properly as well. Excuse me, I'm prepared.
This place is so full of ghosts.
Yeah. I
Fair.
think you noticed
Fair.
there was probably a moment where Vanta was like, ah! Again, but the moment she realizes not in danger, she goes back to like her regular self.
Yeah.
And it's, I think you'd notice by now, it is never a fear for her own life. It is like, we cannot die. I will kill anyone who tries to kill us because we must live so that this quest.
Fear for the quest failure.
Yes.
And you...
Her,
Okay, as this battle is like raging around you, and you're trying to, just like observing it, just as like bystanders, as these foggy figures are just crashing into each other and just completely slaughtering each other. The one side with these these horned helmets, and the other in more traditional armor. You hear something else. Something off. A huge roar just echoes through the fog. And there's a of huge wings beating. Like Syrinscape, you hear this thunderous roar, and seconds later, a huge dragon made of silver mist glides overhead, dispersing the enemy soldiers with each flap of its mighty wings. Let's see.
Everything's fine.
Everyone,
We're fine.
like, everyone that's riding on top of the caravan behind Trig, as he's like piloting the caravan, can see that he's absolutely like rigid and like incredibly tense.
Getting things rolled out next.
So and the dragon loops around, and as it does so, you just see the soldiers beneath it just whoosh, 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 dissipating into mist, just being obliterated by this vast, shadowy, almost formless shape of a dragon that is just, very incorporeal itself. The silvery mist brought together into this shape. And as you're just terrified, like almost, just like frozen to the spot on top of this wagon, the ethereal horses are fine. They're just like plodding forward, like they're completely ignoring all of this. And so you're just like frozen spectators to this whole scene. And you see with each flap of the mighty wings, the long reptilian tail just slices through the air above you as the dragon just carves this swathe of destruction through the fog. And it affords you that glimpse once more of that huge mansion overlooking the valley up on the hill as the dragon soars up towards it. And as it does, it loops round the building in one mighty arc and alights on top of it. Its wings rise up once more and then furl behind it, and it just around, all around the mansion. And then the mist comes flowing in once more. And you find yourselves alone once more in the Svalich Woods.
First, Zenica's gonna check up on Craig. Is everything okay?
He like Craig doesn't respond right away. But like as everything kind of dies down, he kind of crumples like in the seat a little bit and tries his best to like shake it off, and he's just like his voice is like shaking a little bit. He's like, yeah, I probably will be.
I think this is completely unfair.
What's that?
Everyone else got easy quests. Why do I have to deal with a damn dragon?
Zenekas is talking about his Tarokka card, I assume.
Indeed he is.
What does it say?
A sword of sunlight. The treasure lies in a dragon's house, in hands once clean and now corrupted. Completely unfair.
Well,
Well, we haven't really split the party yet, so I'd assume your quest is our quest.
I know, but like...
Oh, feel free to at any time.
Vanta rushes off. Bye, guys! I'm gonna go put Strahd in an amulet or something.
I thought you were responding to something in chat at first. I'm like, what is it?
No, I said feel free to split the party at any time.
Vanta had to read someone's name that was cut in half and go up a tower.
Oh, but I did that.
Craig had to follow a man in a caravan. I have to take on a dragon. This is unfair.
Maybe you won't.
Maybe I won't take on the dragon. Like Nerica's like you just see there's a flash of anger, but then like he instantly calms. Was that a joke, Vanta? Something is wrong. We must take her to the medical
She's
services
still
right away.
laughing just a little bit, but it's like awful.
Something
That
is
is
gravely
that
wrong.
was a really awful grating laugh. It was done very well. I was like, stop. In my heart.
Too many things are going wrong. Dragons, Vanta telling jokes. This is not
Just-
right.
Just the
Think I
end of
might be
times.
hurt.
These are the portents that were foreseen.
Indeed.
Well, I mean, it's right there. Should we? Do you think
I
we
mean-
have time to pop in?
I feel that we should go to dinner first, at least.
Okay,
It's really
I just
not comfortable with the idea of taking out a dragon.
That's a mist dragon or our friend who is dinner.
well, okay. You'll have to forgive me.
Think of melon shrimp.
Sounds like a good starter, actually.
We're not gonna have melon and shrimp for dinner. That's no.
Craig just kind of trails off, like while everyone's talking, and just keeps driving to Strahd's.
We're popping off Strahd.
Yes. Thank you, melon shrimp. Failure is always an option.
Good to be reminded every now and then.
So at least we know where it is. That's I suppose. All information is new. All new information is good information.
Indeed.
Sure.
So, sorry, am I right in thinking you're heading back to talk to Ayamaris?
Yes. First, touch base before we head off to dinner.
Okay. So yeah, you head up that road, and it slowly becomes more and more solid. You know, much easier to travel along, less bumpy, and you find yourself back at that crossroads, heading off through the Svarich woods to the southwest. Northeast, you can make out that bridge over where the Luna River comes down from Berez and into Lake Zarovich, where you saved the Vistani girl. And once again, you get this fairly clear view through the trees, and far off in the distance, especially you, Xenicus, you spy the wooden palisade of Velaki and a few wisps of smoke from the burning building. From the chimneys, I'm sorry.
Building's on fire! Quick!
I think if Velaki was on fire, it'd be like, good.
Let it burn.
Yeah.
Let it burn! Let it burn!
We'll go pick up Arena and just leave them to it.
There's lots of good people there.
There's always the next city we've got to go to. Just take her there.
And then you do that long curve round through the woods, and after an hour or so, you may, as was mentioned before, take the benefits of a short rest if you so desire.
Excellent.
You find yourselves back at a causeway leading across the edge of the water to the small island with the broken down, scaffold surrounded tower of a once powerful mage named Kazan. More recently, the abode and base of operations for Xenicus's old teacher, Ayamaris. You see his wagon is outside, and you see Maxine just grazing around the island. And she sees you, and she kind of comes galloping across. You get the slow motion things of like horses just on the edge of the ocean, just like in the surf, the edge of the ocean. It's just like comes galloping across, tossing her mane in slow motion, and coming through the surf. She's like, bonjour,
Shadow fan.
bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oh, Maxine.
Eh?
I actually have some questions for you.
I'm gonna slip off.
Let's get back to the island, and we can get you all set
all settled? Where's Esmeralda? Is she traveling inside?
You know
Seneca-
she wouldn't do that.
Zeneca's like gets off the caravan and just kind of tries to head ahead towards the island ahead of everyone else before that conversation happens.
Okay. As you go, you hear Maxine talking to Krieg. She's like, "Oh, I think I see what has happened here. If needs be, I am a very gifted negotiator. I will talk Ayamaris down from whatever he may do."
That might be wise.
And Zenicus, yeah, you stride across the causeway as this conversation is happening, and arrive at the base of the tower before the others. As you can hear the wheels start to move again behind you, and as you approach, indeed, Ayamaris emerges from the door. As you hear the telltale clanking of those chains, it seems he was up the top and came down on the golem-powered elevator. And has arrived at the bottom and then came out the door to greet you. He's like, Zenicus. Congratulations.
Vanticast.
All in one piece, I hope?
All in one piece, but not where they should be.
Well, could be worse.
No. It could. Well, yes, but he took her.
Also,
I'm sorry?
She's gone.
What do you mean?
Strahd took her.
Who? God, speak in full sentences like I taught you.
Get
Teach me how to speak. I wasn't that young. But yes, Esmeralda. He took her.
What? How? You weren't going to... You didn't go to the castle, did you?
No. He ambushed us while we were fighting some other creatures of his.
Where?
Near Berez.
If he has laid a finger on her...
She's gone.
There are 3 people on all of the planes that I would tear them all apart for. My boy, the Janda Sunstar took from me. Esmeralda. And you. And if that idiot thinks he will not pay for this. Maxine! Maxine! We're riding at once! And he strides back into the tower. Oh, this is not going to end well.
Zeneca's has just stood still where he was left. It's not moved from that position.
The rest of you arrive. What do you do?
I
then.
will cast a spell on him. It's called Sleep.
Bum 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 bum.
I'll try and knock him unconscious. Sleep spell, but I think he's got a fair few HP.
I am ours.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
I don't know. Well, no, actually, that's a silly idea because he's like a full-on mage man, and this is 3rd level spell.
Definitely heard bird level, and I was like, what?
Hey,
Krieg's top
Hey.
level spells.
No, actually, I think it's
So-
a bad idea. I won't do that.
As you're all kind of milling out there, like looking at Xenicus, who seems frozen in place, and Maxine's kind of like pouring at the ground and looking kind of actually almost like jumping at the bits, as it were, if she had one. She doesn't have any attack or anything. And as she does so, the door just clashes open again, and Ayamaris comes just storming out of the tower, strapping on the rapier out of the cane, just in a sheath on his belt. He's like, well, what are you all waiting for? We have to go and get Esmeralda back. Maxine, here. He's like, we. Just moves over and he just starts running and vaults onto her back. Are you gonna cast it? If it's now, if you're gonna.
No, I'm going to use my words.
So
Oh, God.
lower chance of success.
Yes. I'm going to say to Ayamaris, wait! You're wearing the wrong clothes. It's a dinner invitation. If you go like that, asking for a fight, it's all you'll get. Come with us. With a calm mind.
Give me a
You'll get more than
persuasion
just no.
check with disadvantage.
I also cast guidance. So I also have a +0 to persuasion. So why did Vanta do this? So we're gonna use you die.
Can
it's really fitting.
Mhm.
So let me say that again. How it actually looked. Wait! You're not dressed properly for it! It's a dinner invitation! She rolled a natural 1!
Oh wow.
I'm gonna reach forward and grab Vanta by the scruff of her shirt and just be like,
Curse!
listen,
curse.
Control's right.
I forgot to remind you that was supposed to be a disadvantage, but you know you got your natural one already. So
It was a natural 1 and a 2 actually, so...
there you go.
Damn. Listen, I'm like just complete panic. Like you couldn't have fucked that up harder. The troll's right. All right. We go. We're looking like we're gonna fight. We're never gonna make it to the doors. We'll never make it there. You want her in one piece? We have to go to dinner.
You may also have a go, but this is the last chance.
Because she's holding me, can I cast guidance?
Yeah.
Troll guidance!
Persuasion.
You get +4.
Oh
Just-
God.
Hissing on her shoulder.
I thought I had a lot better. Ooh, I got a dirty 20. I didn't.
You can
even
also add a
think.
D4 if you feel like he's not gonna apply.
Oh yeah, let's do. You know what? I have a feeling that it will have to be better.
Okay, this is supposed to be
I will-
this is supposed to be for natural 20s, but I'll give it to you for a dirty 20 as well. Oop. Oh.
Ah!
And we have 20 viewers as well. Perfect.
Wow.
Which was meant to be.
Hey.
Well, at least that's
yay.
what OBS is telling me. It often lies. usually there's usually more, which is nicer. But anyway, so
And then I'm gonna bring Vanta back around and be like, all right, tone it down.
Positively rabid.
I think
he
Vanta has a moment where she kind of, oh, and then actually turns to Zara and is like, I think I am. Anyway, please. Continue.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
I think I am actually cursed. It would explain a lot. Anyway.
I don't want to let her go. I'm terrified.
and
Apathy.
Ayamaris is just there on the back of Maxine, who's just, you know, anxiously kind of pacing and like turning around, and he's like turning to face you as he looks back, and you see him.
Walk up to him.
You see him look down and just like place a hand on Maxine's neck. And you hear him say, And Xenicus, as you walk up, he swings a leg over and drops down onto the island next to you.
We will get her back. And like he's already like it's obvious he has been crying.
Aye. That we will. I think it's no mistake. The three of us are all here together.
We'll do this together.
Aye.
As she said, pushing in blindly is exactly what you taught me not to do.
You cannot know. You cannot know what that girl means. Not just to me. We must get her back. Which is half me, I am Iris, talking about Esmeralda, and half John talking about Marin in the stream.
I was peeking in the stream, like waiting for the aww.
There were shocked faces, so.
Look. We will find she will not be dead. You will want to toy with her. Use her to toy with us.
Hey Josh, thank you.
We did see him bite her, yes.
He bit her, yes. But you know Irina's been bitten too, and she's okay.
Yeah.
So this is not...
Yeah, it's not a guarantee.
Oh, thank you for all the follows, everyone. And thank you for the raid. Sorry, excuse me, we're having a moment here. And as we see our scene here, I am Aris, who's some of our raiders here. Thank you, everyone. I think I might get us to 200 at this point.
What?
We're very close to 200. And that is a lot of follows. Thank you, everybody.
Not current people.
Followers, yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, on the channel.
This actually crashed my Twitch.
Bravo, Fridays. Bravo, Fridays. You see this scene. I am Aris, who people in chat will know as Van Richten, in the more traditional naming of things. I am Aris, and the four of you, and Maxine, are standing there. And I am Aris says, yes, forgive me. Xenicus, Nasara, Krieg, Lady Vanta. Lady Vanta, you are clearly afflicted with something. Come here, child, come here.
You bring death. No,
No.
I go to I go to him.
Crab walk.
That's a full joke.
And he reaches out as you come in close. Just holds your shoulders. What did you run across to curse you so?
A dying being who knew nothing.
This land is full
Nothing.
of such creatures. Please, be more wary. Do not rush in as I would have had your counsel not stayed my rashness.
You were very quick to learn that lesson.
And he casts Remove Curse.
Yeah, I'm free. I'm free. Sorry, guys. Deranged Vanta is out the window. She straightens up.
It is a little disappointing.
We'll just take it back and get her cursed again. It's fine.
And after he lets this magic flow and removes the curse of the fallen Archfey, he stands and straightens up and rolls his neck. Maxine, yours is the tactical mind. Well, I see that there are 3 clear points of entry. And she starts to draw in the mud with her hoof. For those just joining us, Maxine is a horse. Should make that very clear. She has a Menzo Baranzan French accent and spent a great deal of time in Waterdeep. If any of you have played Waterdeep Dragon Heist, you may have met her.
I have.
Yay! So has Michael.
Yes.
Yay. Great
Middle name,
game,
John.
Anyway.
Good name, middle name, Daza. Razadaza. Tactical horse. Yes, unleash the tactical
Whenever I
horse.
picture Maxine, I picture the horse from Aristocats with like the small hat with daisies in it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. A little more sophisticated than that. She's book read, don't you know?
Oh, but
And I think, despite Josh and all of his lovely Fried Dice Paradise people coming on, raiding on by, that is a very good place and a pretty good time for us over here in Japan to be saying a good night. So, as our scene draws back on this little islet in Lake Baratok with the dilapidated tower and a ring of friends, new and old, coming together to draw up plans to head to Castle Ravenloft and save Esmeralda. I shall say a very big thank you to my lovely players. A pleasure, as always.
thank
Nay,
you.
an
you.
absolute pleasure, as always.
Very much.
And
He's gonna kill us because he's laying it on thick. That's how you
Yeah.
can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's already planned our deaths.
no,
Yep.
no.
He has sound sets built for each of our deaths. He's waiting to use them.
If he
Lovingly
did, he now
built.
does.
Let me just make a note
Oh, my.
there.
No. Quick, someone take his pen.
Yeah, if you don't have your pen, you can't use your DM magic.
Okay. So, I'm just coming over here to say, where can we go a-raiding and follow on this Fried Dice Paradise love? And I'd go over to the Browsing channel and say, oh, look, it's us. Hello, us.
Oh, hi, us.
Captain Robert, no, that's just the normal reruns. There's someone called Le Bon Craft. Should we go this French-sounding stream?
For
No,
Maxine's
it is, yeah, it's Maxine, but it is actually, I see the tags, it is actually in French. That could be a problem. Only Marin will stick around to watch.
Mary, you
I
speak
speak
French?
French.
There we go, there we go.
You speak French, Emma?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, there's someone called Orenji, which kind of sounds Japanesey. Let's go with that, shall we?
Orangey
Yes,
juice.
that's Orenji juice. They are in a dungeon. Let's go and see if they are going to survive. So, as I set up this raid, thank you one and all. We have survived our initial trip to Berez, a notoriously dangerous spot. Well
Ah,
done.
I'm sorry
Come
for
here.
the deranged Vanta screams. I felt like it was
Fitting.
only right.
Yes.
We
Phoenix
will make
Ueki
the
apologizes for any eardrums that were destroyed in the process.
I don't.
No animals were harmed in the creation of this stream, but eardrums, oof. Oof.
I was worried about like getting super into it because forgetting that it is like past midnight here, and I'm scared that I'll just scare my neighbors by screaming at the computer.
I left that behind long ago.
Okay, everyone.
Well-
So, let us wrap up here. If you are kicking around about this time, a couple of hours earlier than this, starting up, we will be down in Avernus to carry on our descent into Avernus game tomorrow with the bottom 3 here, but not that fella over there.
Oh.
But that fella will be back here next week as we come back into Barovia. But before that, we will be up in the frozen north as our party in Icewind Dale heads into the fortress Sunblight. Hey Sunblighter, thanks for coming by today as well. As they head into the fortress Sunblight to deal with the Duergar menace that is threatening Icewind Dale. And then, earlier on Thursday, before we head through the mists once more, we will be heading back down into the Underdark, where they have escaped the Drow slavers' camp, but at a great, great price. If you want to see a rather emotional end of a stream, do watch the end of that VOD, at the very least. It was quite the thing. But do swing on by whenever you get the chance and check out all of the lovely streamers, Quest Junkies UK, Carney Sideshow, Fried Dice Paradise, and all the other recommendeds that we have. Have a look at our recommended list on our channel, and do come and enjoy this wonderful hobby of ours, these wonderful stories of ours, with these wonderful players of ours. Next time, we go live. And as we like to say around these parts, Oyasumi nasai.
Yes, me.
Bye.
Me.